Ja zastanawiam się też grubo. Czy ja mogę tu wyskoczyć? No właśnie. Czekałam jak wlażę na trójkąta, kurczę. Wysoko tu. Czy jakoś na spokojnie tędy spróbujemy sobie nóg nie połamać? No, tak wybiła się za mocno. No trudno. Minęliśmy strażników przy okazji. O, macie Afrodytę, chyba.
Cassandra, it's you!
No nie, Feby tutaj jest.
You said you weren't coming back to Kefalonia, so I decided to leave too.
I said I wouldn't be coming back. But I don't remember saying you should leave.
Well, here I am.
Nie przypominam sobie, bym mówiła, że nigdy na nie wrócę. Przecież powiedziałam, że wrócę. Boję się o tą grę. Przecież powiedziałam, że wrócę. Na pewno jeszcze tu wrócę.
How did you even get here, Phoebe?
Well, I did make some drachmi working for Marcos.
So you paid someone to bring you to Athens?
Not exactly.
Phoebe.
I needed a drachmi for when I arrived. I couldn't use it all to leave, and I didn't want to wait any longer. So I sneaked on a ship. Don't worry, nobody saw.
I just can't believe you made it.
I don't remember much of Athens from when I was a baby. But every once in a while, something feels familiar. It's nice.
Ej, aż będę dzisiaj szarpać tubę i muszę odnaleźć ten odcinek, gdzie na bank powiedziałam, że na pewno tu wrócę.
I can't believe you're here.
Me either. I can't believe we both made it to Athens. It's so much different from Kefalonia.
But what are you doing here?
I'm here to get you ready. I have to make sure you leave all your weapons and change into these clothes.
So you somehow work here? For Pericles?
No, for Aspasia.
Aspasia?
I don't understand why I have to change.
It's just what you do here. I felt weird at first, but you forget about it pretty fast.
And my weapons?
Don't worry, I'll take care of them. You don't want to scare people in there.
Well... How is it you're working for Aspasia?
Well, I did get into a little bit of trouble after I got to Athens. I may have been a leader of a small group of orphans that tried to cheat Aspasia. We didn't know it was her, though.
And you convinced her to hire you?
No.
Dobra, jestem
She
mała,
asked
nie?
me on her own.
That was lucky.
Ale, no, jestem zła, nie?
I think I'm ready to go in.
You can't. Not like that, anyway. The Athenians like it best when you try to fit in. But don't worry, I have just the outfit for you.
No nie, jeszcze będziemy się przybierać.
There's no way I'm wearing that.
But if you don't,
I mean it, Phoebe.
you have to leave your weapons here, though.
Fine.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Is that everything?
You're all ready to go in.
Ciekawe,
Don't
czym to
worry.
będzie skutkować,
You've
że
done
się nie
scarier
przebrałam.
things than
Może nie
this.
będą mnie chcieli
I'm
słuchać.
struggling to think of any right now. Are you sure I can't keep just one weapon with me?
No weapons. Now hurry and go in. Oh, and don't leave without saying bye.
Here, Cassandra. The mighty mercenary and traveler has finally made her grand entrance. Only slightly late, too.
Herodotos! Athenians have no problem letting me know when I'm not welcome. It's a relief to see your friendly face.
Don't let the company here tonight intimidate you.
I won't.
Pericles is no king. He needs these guests to love him so that the people love him. And they, in turn, need Pericles. You're no different from any of them.
Do you really think these people will help me?
Perhaps your individual fashion sense would get their memories working. Now then, let me introduce you to everyone.
A tam wyznawcy
They may
kosmosa
not
będą
look
siedzieć.
it, but this group holds the way to the future on the tip of their opinionated tongues. Sophocles and Euripides, for example. Two of the most celebrated playwrights to date. No one can throw stones as far as they can. They appear to be locked in some kind of intellectual struggle, as is their way.
He's a writer of comedies, of all things. Comedies, Euripides.
Jak w szkole na przerwach.
It looks more like a lover's quarrel to me.
Hermippos has also written his fair share of comedies.
You should drink more.
Lately, his attitudes have garnered him more notice than his works. However, the fellow beside him, Protagoras, is a sophist worthy of as much praise as the great Socrates himself.
No Sokratesa już poznaliśmy.
Inviting Socrates seems like a good way to ruin everyone's night. I'm surprised they would let him in the door.
Oh, don't let Socrates get under your skin. At least he wore shoes for the occasion. And the poor thing gesticulating like an ape is Thrasymachos. If you listen closely, you'll notice he and Socrates are actually arguing the same points. But the wind from his wild gestures deafens him to critique.
That isn't at all what I mean.
Where is Pericles?
Oh, he never attends his own parties. Which reminds me, there's something I need to get his help with.
Vile Socrates, always appearing where I least expect him. Warrior, protect me from his amorous gaze. Oh, Alcibiades, this is not a time for jealousy, but for love.
Nie, co to jest za... Patrzcie na tego... Co tu się od ja nie patrzę?
Let's not use Alcibiades as an example. Be good and don't drink too much. So, tell me, what does a Mystios like you think of a party like this?
This is going to be a long night. Party should be about vomiting up blood, not vomiting up poetry. These people are so clean.
If these guests aren't to your own unique tastes, then just focus on why you came here in the first place.
Thank you, Herodotus.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Pericles is here somewhere and I need to prepare him. If he's alone, I'll tell him what your brother said.
You're leaving me alone with these people?
You'll do fine without me, I promise. Just relax, talk to the others, and focus on finding your mother.
Będzie cudowne. Widzieliście, co za świetanka tutaj siedzi? Ale jasna, dobra. Kogo tu bierzemy? Pierwszego. I co ty tu robisz? To jest, kurde, prawie jak dom publiczny. Straszne to. Ten ze sobą sam tutaj widzę. Okej. Dobra, zobaczmy, co ma do powiedzenia.
Thank you for your help, my friend.
Ale właśnie, Boże, no nie mogę z tego, przecież powiedziałam, że na pewno wrócę na wyspę, a tutaj się okazuje, że to mała... Nie wiem, trzeba to sprawdzić.
I only use these terms, war, gods, civility, etc., in context of what we can observe. I can see soldiers fighting, sure, but does that really bring me any closer to understanding war?
Amistios? At this party? Well, at least you're someone new to talk to.
Sure, we can talk. What about?
Before Protagoras changed the subject, we were talking about the next great leader of Athens, Cleon.
Powiedział dziękuję za uratowanie. Wszystko, nic więcej nie powiedział ciekawego. I teraz o wielkim przywódcy Aten. Aha, musimy wybrać. Kleon to idiota, Kleon jest wielki. Pomówmy o tym, co mnie tu sprowadza najlepiej.
I'll change the subject again. I'm looking for someone. A Spartan woman.
Spartan? Hopefully she's dead in the gutters. It's better than those mongrels deserve.
I wonder if you found the woman, even if you saw her with your own eyes, would you believe her existence to be true?
This is getting nowhere. Forget it.
If you don't want to discuss that, then what?
Why isn't Aspasia here?
Can you be certain she isn't? To observe her presence is still no guarantee that she is here.
In my opinion, it's just like her to cower in the shadows while we stand out here in the light.
If you're an ally of Cleon, why would Pericles invite you?
You're not from Athens, outsider. Here, we keep our enemies closest of all.
Tak, będą tam o
This
pączkach.
has been useless. Here.
To się dowiedziałam. Quere będzie. Super, quere. To jest następna para. Chcemy tego słuchać?
Yes, you come and talk to this infuriating air brother. I've had my fill.
Perhaps later. First, explain to me your point again.
Okej, Sokratów.
And so it isn't the rich and powerful, but the gods who are the source of justice?
Amistios in Pericles' abode? I never thought I'd see the day. You must have seen me doing my impression of Hermippos. I call it the dejected weasel. Tell me, what does it think?
I am called many things. It isn't one of them.
What do you call
Bonus.
yourself then? Creature of many names?
Cassandra.
I wouldn't peg you as a Cassandra, but never mind. I'm Aristophanes, and this man is Euripides. Oh, go on. Introduce yourself.
I'm Euripides.
For a playwright, you're not much for words.
Good men lead quiet lives, as old Euripides likes to say. Don't you, Euripides? Now, if you'll excuse us, I was just about to dazzle this old dog with my impression of Pericles. I call it the wooden board.
The man is your host.
Under every stone hides a politician, I always say. And Pericles is no different.
Jezu, jacy oni są straszni. Ci nie chcą ze mną rozmawiać, nie udało mi się.
The Mistios from the ostracism. Let's
Tak,
talk
cały
later.
czas powtarzę, że później niech będzie, więc... Tutaj możemy z kimś porozmawiać? Chyba nie bardzo. A, to mamy znacznik. Okej, czyli ewentualnie jeszcze. Czekajcie. Tutaj nic ciekawego. Okej, ta mała tu stoi, Boże. I to w ogóle nie powinno być. Chyba musimy tam iść, musimy to wszystkie... No to co tu się dzieje? Wszystkie porozwalane? To jest jak wesoło, czy co?
Someone's being hurt. Open this door or I'll kick it in!
Don't mind her. She likes to watch. Look at you. Such authority. Such aggression. I can see why Pericles has taken such an interest in you. Did you come to join us?
It sounded like someone was in pain.
Well, it can sometimes be hard to distinguish between sounds of pleasure and pain. Had I known you were going to knock, I would have left my door wide open for you.
Tak się zastanawiam, kto lubi popatrzeć, koza czy ta babka, co tam siedzi.
I thought this party was tame even by Athenian standards. Until now.
Let them have their meeting of the minds. I'm more interested in meeting other parts.
Ali, we're out of oil again. Ali?
You know they like you when they give you a pet name. There's more olive oil in the kitchen, but Aspasia keeps complaining about me walking unencumbered through her symposiums.
You mean naked?
It sounds so good when you say it.
A ten koleś tu... Nie mogę, przyniosę ci oliwę. Przyniosę mu tę oliwę, może nam coś powie o spacance.
After your display earlier, it's probably safer I get the oil.
Obedient too. I knew I liked you. Don't take too long. If you don't get the oil soon, all our fun will end.
Okej. Jajego, no tego się nie spodziewałam, prawdę mówiąc. Teraz tak, gdzie może być oliwa? W kuchni, nie? Nie będą smażyć coś dobrego. Frytki takie zdrowe na oliwie będą. Dobra. Nie mogę skakać. Cześć, misioła. Nie zabieraj mi. Co? Nie. Weź. Dobra, trzeba zejść na dół. Mamy znowu 2 punkty. Mam nadzieję, że jeden będzie oliwą. Dobra, aha, to okej. To odpada.
Amistios? Here? I suppose they've sent you to mock me for my fight with Euripides.
To nie było żadne starcie. Szukam wskazówek. Jesteś bogatym, aroganckim bucem.
Spare me. I'm only looking for clues to help me find the Spartan woman.
A Spartan woman in Athens. Sounds intriguing. Though, if you expect me to notice someone other than myself, you expect too much. You could talk to Euripides. He's the second most worldly man here. That pediculous, xanthodontus exophthalmic Morosov. But he doesn't talk without a drink.
I have no idea what that meant.
No, you don't.
Trzeba go upić. Ej, upijemy go, czy nie? Upijemy go.
So we get him drunk and he talks. He sounds more Argiv than Athenian.
Impressive, foreigner. Euripides is from Argos.
All right. If nothing else, this party could use the help.
You'll need to pick the right wine for this task. The kitchen should have what you need. Let me know when Euripides is done in, and I'll slip away unseen.
Okej, czyli szukamy teraz w kuchni i wina, i tego, i oliwy. O, ma zielone włosy? Nie, przy green screenie stało zbyt blisko. Nie wiem, czy będzie widać, pewnie nie.
How do you know Pericles?
I believe you mean to ask me, how does Pericles know you? I'm the greatest dramatist in the land, mentor to Euripides, lover of Asclepios, father of theater, and so on, and so on.
I'm sure it's a real honor to have you hiding in his kitchen. You're awfully worked up over Euripides. You sure you're just friends?
I'm never just anything, foreigner. Though I confess, Euripides and I hold a bond deeper than brotherhood. Why he slams it with a banal young plaything, Aristophanes, I will never know.
How do you know Pericles?
I believe you mean to ask me.
I'm sure it's a real honor. I'll get the wine.
Wonderful. Now, if you want some friendly advice, Aristophanes cannot stand sweet wine. I've seen what it can do to him. Absolutely, horrifyingly delightful.
It wouldn't be a party without someone losing their stomach. I'll let you know if your plan worked.
Okej, czyli słodkie wino.
You shouldn't be in here. What do you want?
I'm here for your sweet wine.
Yes, take it. But get out of my kitchen. I'm very busy, you know.
Okej. I? Oliwa. Aha. Ale będzie się działo.
It's come back for more. Care to see my impression of Protagoras? I call it the flapping bladder.
I'm sure she wouldn't.
When I need to relax, I start a fight. For you, though.
Quickly, bring him some wine so that he might say something clever.
After my argument with Sophocles, I think I'd rather keep my head clear.
You and Aristophanes could both use a drink. Let's play a game.
A competition?
Ah, wonderful idea. Every Pithis seems quiet, but he never turns down a challenge.
Well, if you brought us some wine, I wouldn't be opposed to showing this young one how we Argives drink.
Ej, tu już sprawdzaliśmy, nie? Czy nie?
Either we dine here and praise Pericles, or we dine with Cleon. But Cleon has all the charm of a typical politician. A horrible voice, bad breeding, and vulgar manners.
Janek, trzymajmy się w wersji z frytkami. Może porozmawiamy o
Sophoclesie.
It's he who should apologize to you.
Sophocles is a friend, and one good friend is worth an entire family. He just needs time to recover from his outburst.
I'm only here because I'm searching for someone.
And yet it gave us the distinct impression it was here to fill our wine. Let's focus on that first, shall we?
Let's conjure Dionysos, shall we?
Hey.
This is pure swill.
Amateur. In my day, this would be considered nectar of the gods. Another round!
Ready for more?
Yeah, I can hardly stomach this pig's piss.
I could outdrink both of you with one hand. Let's have some more!
You ready for another?
Dobrze, daj mu sprawę. Cicha woda, no.
This wine is terrible.
You, I like you. Who brought you here?
I brought myself. I'm on the trail of a woman who fled Sparta a long time ago.
Fled? Why?
She lost 2 children. She had no choice.
She fled to heal a broken heart. Every Pithis, write her into a play.
I've heard Spartan mothers go to a sanctuary in Argolis to beg Asclepios for his divine pity. I should know, it's my home.
After what she went through, I'm not sure she'd trust priests.
Oh, then she sought my friend, Hippocrates. He's a physician, best of the best. He still keeps his office in Argos. If she went to him for help, there's no doubt he'd have given it.
I love getting drunk and singing. Come back if you want to sing with me.
I'll think about it. Hippocrates in Argos. Here I come.
Okej, a jeszcze chyba nam kogoś brakuje, nie? A, idziemy odnieść oliwę. Boję się pukać.
Just can't stay away, can you? Did you bring the oil?
You've grown up in Pericles' home, and yet you're so different.
No one is like Pericles. And he's only slightly more serious than usual, too. Athens is under siege, and he worries for her future. Which is why tonight is a fine time to celebrate what may be our last taste of freedom.
When you walked in, you seemed like you and Socrates were...
How I wish you were right. One day we will have that man in here with us. I promise you that.
Jeszcze mu się nie udało.
I come bearing gifts.
We're saved! Today, these women grieved for their sons, and these men worked the wall. But tonight, we forget all of that. Let's have some fun! What do you say? Care to join us?
Now, it's time for you to help me, Ali. I'm looking for someone.
All business right until the end. I like that.
Focus. I'm looking for a woman who fled Sparta a long, long time ago.
Fled Sparta? No one flees Sparta. But let's pretend she did. If she were stupid, she'd be dead. If she were smart, she'd do what Aspasia did. She'd earn her independence. The smartest and most resourceful women I've ever met have been in Corinthia.
Theatera? I've heard they play some sort of role in Corinth, but I assumed it was the same as any other city.
Oh, no. These women are unlike any other you'll meet. A force, and the only ones there with any smarts.
Ali! Come back inside!
Ooh, the celebration continues. When you reach Corinth, find Anfusa. No one goes in or out of the city without her knowing. Until we meet again, warrior.
Nie.
Anfusa in Corinth. It's not much, but it's a start.
My tu chyba wybraliśmy przed chwilą opcję, gdzie w ogóle się wybierzemy, nie? Bo były dwie odpowiedzi i... To decydowało chyba o... Chociaż nie wiem, kto to wie, no... Kurde, ojca nie zabiłam, o... Dziewczynce powiedziałam, że wrócę na wyspę, a teraz się okazuje, że nie wypowiedziałam, że już nigdy tego nie zrobię. Boję się, kurczę. Czyli taka lepsza. Co ty chciałeś przez to przekazać? Bo nie wiem.
How's Euripidis? Drunk, I hope.
You can stop hiding in here. Euripidis won't notice you coming out. He won't notice anything.
Hiding? Heed this. War has come to Athens. First they take our homes, then they take our heads. I intend to be found with at least my dignity intact. Or what's left of it anyway. If you see Pericles, tell him I said thank you for another colorful evening.
Ale kto? Kogo to się tyczy niby? Boże. Okej, i teraz w końcu widzę, porozmawia z nami.
Being so new to Athens and gaining access to this symposium is no small feat. Though you said there are things you wouldn't do, you gained Pericles' trust so quickly.
I've made my choice.
You really intend to use this young destruction to avoid the point being argued?
You have been arguing a single point all night and no one has a black eye? You have my attention.
Tak,
We're
chciałam powiedzieć, że mi
discussing
kogoś
the nature
przypomina.
of rulers. Where better to do so than here. I'll ask you the same question I asked Thrasymachos. Would you agree that the act of ruling is an art?
It is an art, as all worthy undertakings are. That is not up for argument.
Yet, medicine is for the betterment of the patient and not the physician. Carpentry improves the building, not the builder. Then, is the art of ruling not for the betterment of the ruled rather than the ruler?
Don't be absurd!
I matka lepsza prostytutka? Co ty gadasz w ogóle? Weź sobie wygoogluj. O Boże. Okej, władcy są niesprawiedliwi.
I've seen enough of the world to know that there are no just rulers. Even Pericles is self-serving.
Is a Spartan general who brings order to his troops, thereby saving his own life, self-serving? I'm not sure that's the case.
Ruling a city and fighting in battle are different things.
By practicing the art of war, doesn't the general guarantee some of his troops a ferry ride to Hades, when a swift retreat would save all their lives?
Nie czytam, kurde, nie wiem co on gadał. O czym generał nie skazuje części swoich żołnierzy na wyprawę do Hadesu, podczas gdy szybki odwrót ocaliłby im życie.
You just said a general isn't self-serving when he brings order to his troops. Then you said he is self-serving because retreating would save the lives of his men? What are you trying to say?
I never tried to say anything.
But you just said those things.
I said the words, but I didn't say anything at all. I only attempted to gain your view on the matter.
You're wasting your time. Aspasia.
O, a to kto jest? Myślałam, że mu coś poda, nie? Jak się cieszą wszyscy, no.
I couldn't help but notice your talent for debate. Well done.
Socrates is an interesting
A,
character.
już wiem kto to.
Ah, Phoebe. Pericles has retired to the balcony already, has he? His ability to sneak off and sulk is second to none.
I can go get him, and Cassandra can help. Everyone listens when she talks.
That'll be fine. Run along. Cassandra will be right behind you. Now, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aspasia. I had to go to great lengths to cover up your work in Megaris.
Your spies have been watching me. I knew you people couldn't be trusted.
We do what we have to survive, and there's no shame in that, believe me. You make an interesting choice, Cassandra, in not dressing to fit in.
Fit in? Fancy clothes wouldn't help me fit in. Your Athenian chitons are strange to me.
You never really get used to them. It seems we have the attention of the entire room without a single eye being fixed on us. If you'd like to talk, do it now, and do it discreetly.
I'm searching for a woman who fled Sparta with her child years ago. I was hoping you might help.
What clues do you have to her whereabouts?
A physician named Hippocrates may have seen her in Argos.
He's a good man. If you find a woman named Agathi there, do let her know Aspasia sends her regards. What else?
Alcibiades gave me the name of a woman in Corinth.
I'm sure he did. My dear friend, Anthusa, is the only one I know who's enjoyed a life in Corinth through legitimate means. Mostly legitimate, anyway.
That's all I have.
There is another option. In a former life, when I needed something done or someone found, I contacted a friend. An admiral of a sort.
What's his name?
Her name is Xenia. When we last spoke, she was in chaos. A word of caution. When you go to her, be on your guard. Sea life makes a monster out of most people.
Thank you, Aspasia.
When you're done, return here. Together, we will find who you're looking for. Now do me a favor and get Pericles to come down here and greet his guests.
Okej, czyli teraz pół misia na górę. Przepraszam. Czyli mam to wszystko posprawdzać, a potem dopiero będę... No to przynajmniej się dowiedziałam, że nie uda mi się tam matki znaleźć, tylko najwyżej jakieś, kurde, ślady po niej. Jak tu na górę wejść? Halo? Zamieszanie robię trochę. Jezu, nic tu nie widzę. Co oni w łazience siedzą? Ej, nie mogę pochodni wyciągnąć. Nic nie widzę. Wanna. Tyle wiem. Gdzie jest wyjście? O, z tym pogadać można?
Dionysus, there you are. Everyone else here is boring. Let's play a singing game. You like to sing? You like to sing.
Let's do this. I want to play too, but who should start? Every Pedis should start. It was his idea.
Fine, fine, but let's do a good one. A battle song?
Is there any other kind?
At the flick of a limb comes Aspasia's whim, and Pericles' walls aim to contain us all within.
What Spartan families lose, they lose for duty. When Spartan fathers refuse, they refuse beauty.
But the dangerous part are the Athenian darts who go for the meat when they should go for their heart.
Kokoty. Okej, mogą być.
So bring your merchants and bring their butlers. If they be sons, they bring their fathers. This is war, war, war.
Bring your murderers to the crimson quiver. Bring the helots if they be spillers. It is war, war, war.
Aż ludzie powychodzili ze streama. Boż.
Without our fathers or mothers, we rose straight to Hades, or the belly of Milos. We are alone, and so we row. For a short life we row, row, row.
The stupid sweepers, the genius teachers, all just meats and juice and liver.
For when our wars are done, after lives are lost and blood has run, we must rejoin our broken daughters and our sons. Reunited together, we will be one.
Enough, enough!
Już myślałam, że nie skończą.
Great singer!
The best! You should act in my place.
Here, take this to remember the occasion. This party has turned out much better than I ever could have expected.
Ej, przynajmniej coś za to dostaliśmy, nie? O matko, 100%, 100 drach, niech będzie. Dalej nie wiem jak wyjść na górę, to było straszne. Boże, co za fałsz tam. Okej, tam jest łazienka. Mamy kuchnię, przez którą raczej nie wejdę do góry, dokładnie. Brawo, brawo, oklaski, kurde. Dobra, nie podchodzę do nich więcej, bo znowu się odpali. Znów coś. O, w ogóle podchodzi od razu. O, jest, schody znalazłam. Właśnie, ale tak fałszowali, to straszne było. Naprawdę, starali się, nie? A Cassandra to już w ogóle też. Możemy coś tu okraść przy okazji? Aha, ten tutaj odpoczywa.
There's much to do and many unknowns on our horizon.
Dobra. Wszystko jasne.
Cassandra? I don't recall sending for you, Miss Theos.
Phoebe shouldn't have let you in here.
Co za typ?
Aspasia told me to come find you. She wants you to come down to the party.
She says I don't interact with our guests enough. But these parties aren't for me. Technically, you're a guest. If you join Herodotus and me, that should be enough for her, don't you think?
You really don't want to go downstairs, do you?
When your days are spent speaking in front of crowds, you begin to crave these moments of silence.
Or as silent as I let it be, at least.
Nie słyszeliście go? Najpierw powiedział, że nie powinien nas wpuścić, a teraz chce, żebyśmy razem z nim zeszli na dół.
Why send Matiojos to the fishing district if it's dangerous?
I would never have sent him into danger willingly.
Nie wiem, czemu tak nieświadomo jest.
Loyal friends.
My people are important to me.
I don't understand why you had Anaxagoras ostracized. Socrates said he was your friend.
I won't risk the lives of those close to me if there's something I can do about it.
So you did this to protect him?
Anaxagoras understood my fears. 10 years may be a long time, but at least he'll be safe.
Phidias was awaiting trial, but you had me get him out of Athens. I figured you, of all people, would want to follow the law.
Phidias is a very dear friend. I didn't want to risk him being found guilty. And, of course, there were other threats.
So you knew?
I know he's delusional, but one day when you have a friend you'd do anything for, you'll understand.
Mnie zastanawia, jak on sobie brwi maluje.
Your life is in danger.
Yes, Herodotus was saying. This cult doesn't worry me. I have my life threatened by far worse people every day. My true concern is Athens. I fear for her future.
Kurde, technika z dzisiaj.
The Spartans aren't your real concern, Pericles. The cult is coming, and they're bringing their strongest weapon.
Listen to her, Pericles.
The Spartans are immediate. A cult's threat is ambiguous.
I'm related to one of the cult members, and I believe him when he says they're coming after you.
Sound counsel to consider. I'll be sure to let my men know, regardless.
Aspasia sent me to see what's taking you so long.
Tell Aspasia I'll be right there. I suppose this is where our conversation ends. Thank you again for helping me. I hope my guests are able to help you in your search.
Time will tell.
No ciekawe, czy się dało przekonać. Zobaczymy, co z tego wyjdzie. Natomiast sami moglibyśmy go zabić, ale... Jest, Cassandra, teraz nie będziesz mogła normalnie zeskakiwać, tylko musisz chodzić jak człowiek. Kurczę. Często też nie przeskoczy. Nie przybrała się, ale... 40 minut, przerwa na kawę. Musimy zrobić, ja bym ci zjadł jakieś kanapki. No ale nie mogę i właśnie, sprawdzę sobie w tym czasie to. Przecież powiedziałam, że ja wrócę na tą wyspę. A właśnie. Coś ci Janek pokaże. Bo się pytałeś co to ci pokażę teraz. Nie wiem, czy widać. Dobra, ja idę sobie kanapeczki robić.